Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, please do like and subscribe. And for those of you who've been on this channel before, welcome back. As a lot of you may know, my channel is all about yoga and a holistic lifestyle. Specifically about how yoga is a great way to stay in shape, to stay healthy, and to have a better life. So today's video is about back pain. Now I get queries about back pain more than I get queries about any other ailment. And that is because in the last 2 years, we have pretty much been confined at home and strapped to office chairs, or just been sitting in front of Netflix, or just been confined to the house with very little opportunity to move around. And when we don't move too much, or we spend a lot of time slumped on the sofa or have poor posture when we're sitting in front of the laptop, what happens is the spine starts to compress. As you start to gain weight, the spine has to be that much more strong to kind of handle the weight that you put on. So as a result, the spine is one of the most stressed parts of the body. So usually most modalities of movement and most styles of workouts and exercise, they don't focus on how you can maintain a supple and strong spine. We talk about back muscles, strengthening the back muscles. We talk about making the posture better, but we never talk about how can we relax and rest the spine. And that's very important because all throughout the day, whether you're sitting or standing, gravity is acting down on, it's pulling the spine down. And as a result, the spine, the space between the vertebrae, it shortens. And that is why you will see that as people get older, they start to become shorter. And that's because the spine is shrinking. So if you want to maintain a healthy, long, strong spine, there are a few easy things that you can do. So today's video is all about that. A few easy moves to maintain the suppleness, strength of your spine, and also to relax the spine when you have back pain. And for this video, what you're going to need is a rope. So I have a yoga rope here, but if you have something like a dupatta, a stole, or a belt, a cloth belt, that will help. I also have a chair. So we're going to be using a chair also, and I have a blanket, which you're basically using for your head. So let's begin. Grab your belt and lie down flat on your back, with your head a little elevated. It is important to elevate the head. Okay, so the head has to be in the same line as the rest of the body. So please put something under your head. It can also be a pillow. It can also be a yoga block. Now keep your knees bent. And taking the belt, put it around the foot, the right foot, and lift your foot up. Now a lot of you may not be able to have your leg at 90 degrees and you might be here. Okay, that's also fine, but you need to try to keep the knee straight and keep the left foot on the floor and try to get it at a right angle. It may not be perpendicular to the floor right now, but eventually it will be. So stay there. And for a lot of you, already this move might feel relaxing. So you can hold it for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. The longer you hold, the better it is. But remember, not to bend the knee, but try to straighten the knee. And keep your shoulders pulled back on the floor. Now let's do the same thing with the other leg. So you're going to take the left leg up and place the right foot down on the floor. So here also, you're going to try to lift the heel up and pull the toes in. That's the only way that you can really stretch the back of the legs. And when you stretch the back of the legs, you're also stretching the back of the body. So that's why you're stretching, creating space. So that's why you need to make sure that you're not bending and that you're not pointing the toes, and that you're not here trying to do this. You have to keep the toes pulled in and the heel elevating up. Now, same thing on the other side. So let's take the right leg up and place the left foot on the floor. And then you're going to stretch the left leg out. So you see, now the legs will make a right angle. And for a lot of you, the knee might be up here, and that's fine. You need to try to push it down. So just work on extending the leg down. With a little bit of practice, it will happen. It might not be happening right now. But just make sure that you have a firm grip on the belt that you're using. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So the left leg will go up, right leg will come down, and then you're going to straighten the right leg out. So usually, when you have back pain, it could be, there are many reasons for back pain, but it could also be like very tight hamstring muscles, very tight gluteus muscles. So just stretching like this releases a lot of the tension and the stress that's there, thereby releasing the spine and the lower back as well. And now let's straighten the other leg also. So now the body is in a right angle. Again, a lot of you might be like this, that's fine. But try not to arch the back. You have to keep the back pushed down on the floor. And again, you can hold these movements for as long as you want. And the longer you hold, the better it is. Just try to make sure that both the right side and the left side are held for the same amount of time. Now let's release. Okay. Now, again, your knees bent and you're going to hug the right knee into the chest. So hug it tightly and make sure again that your hip is resting flat on the floor. And then you're going to straighten the left leg. Again, a lot of you might not be able to straighten it and it's here, and that's totally fine. Now the same thing on the other side. So first, bend the left leg, hug it in, place the right foot on the floor, and keep hugging this leg tightly in as you straighten the right leg. Now, let's hug both knees in tightly. Again, this stretches the back, the lower back, and it provides an amazing amount of relief to the lower body. Now, release. Now, turn to the right and come up. And a lot of you who attend class with me or have seen other videos on my channel, you know that there's so much more that you can do with the belt lying down on the floor. But again, this video is only for back pain and some simple and easy things that you can do, minimal things that you can do to cure the back pain. Okay, so now it's time to grab a chair. You can use any chair. This is a typical Iyengar chair that I'm using. And what you're going to do is, again, you want to extend and stretch the back. So take your legs and place them under the chair, okay? And you extend the legs out till like the back legs of the chair and stay here. Then hold on to the edge of the chair, or even if you're only able to hold this, that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to try to extend the spine. And keep pressing your knees down and thighs down. And if you look at my back right now, it's absolutely straight. So for those of you who sit for long periods of time on your desk, you're hunched over your laptop, your spine curves. And this is one way of making sure that the spine can lengthen and relax again. So you hold this for a little bit of time and then release. And now come into your Sukhasana. So you're just going to cross your legs, just like you were sitting on the floor, and then extend your arms out again. So once again, you're stretching the spine. And let's do the same thing. And with like the recrossing of the legs. So whichever leg is on the top, you're going to bring it below and extend the arms out. And you don't have to use a chair. You could also use a bed. So you can sit on the edge of a bed and try to extend the arms forward on the mattress. Okay, and then come back. And then let's take just one leg out and the other leg in, like in Janushirasana. And again, extend your arms forward. Now don't overextend, so make sure your breath is calm and even. So if you're holding your breath, that's the wrong thing to do. And then let's come up and let's do the same thing on the other side. So extend up. Good. And then release. Okay. And now let's extend the legs wide apart. So I'm gonna like sort of tilt the chair a little bit. And go ahead and widen the legs as much as you can. So I can widen my legs this much. If you can only widen this much, that's also fine. But try to go to your maximum, sit up straight, and then hold the chair as high as you can, as far up as you can. And stay here. And you could aim to stay here for like 10 breaths or 2 minutes. The longer you spend doing these postures, the more you're reversing the aging of the spine, and the more you're reversing your aging. So it's helpful to you to spend adequate time on each posture. All right, and then let's come up. Okay, and now the final posture is a twist. So what you're going to do is you're gonna sit on the chair. So the chair, the back of the chair is behind you. So let me show you from the side. So you sit sort of like in the center of the chair. Legs are hip width distance apart. Ankles are right under your knees. And you place the right hand on the left knee and twist back. So you could, if you have a chair like this, you could hold the seat of the chair, or you with your left hand, you could just hold the back of the chair. So what it's doing is it's twisting the spine. So keep lifting your body up and keep trying to look over your left shoulder. And stay there. And then let's come back and let's do the same thing on the other side. So remember to only twist from the upper back. So don't do this. Keep twisting only from the upper back and open the chest and roll the right shoulder back. And release. All right, so that was your little sequence that will definitely help you in reversing any kind of back pain that you have. In fact, curing any kind of back pain that you have. If you do this every day for 15 days, for a month, you will find that you start to sit up taller and that you walk better. And in general, you're going to get a sense of lightness in your body. So if you do try this, let me know how it is. If you have any feedback, any comments, please do leave them below. And once again, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video with everyone who you feel might need it. Thank you.